again, where fashion is now actually one of the biggest commodities that causes the way in which the world and the planet needs to heal. So I'm back on that drive to raise awareness. And in particular, obviously, as Christina said, with Black history, the capitalism was built on the enslavement and the cotton industry, and obviously the oppression of the indigenous American people, who the other second biggest import, aside from slavery in the 17th century to the Americas, was indigo. And indigo in itself reflects, as I posted earlier today, the Black and brown bodies that are intertwined and part of the DNA of the American capitalism, making America what it is today, and how we are all engaged in that. The other thing about denim, so the denim derives from the cotton plantation, but that denim in itself as well was a use of classification too. So women who, for example, were part of the World War fight were given denim overalls. Equally, the cotton pickers wore denim. So denim is actually, whilst it's a great fashion piece and we all love our jeans, the symbolisms of the denim and the jeans is quite important story, which is not told. And many people don't make those links with Levi's or a pair of blue denim and how it came to be. So this, without further ado, this conversation is looking at the production of cotton, denim, jeans, and how that actually has a huge impact on our ecosystems. Thank you.
Right, right. Thank you so much, Anya. It is a really wonderful project, and I want to congratulate you really for this project. And thank you again for inviting me to be part of this. Yes. I'm really, really pleased and honored. Now, who I am, my name is Kristina Mihailovic, and my passion is also for all what means climate change, sustainability, and all sustainable goals. We want a good quality of our life, but in the same time, we want to protect our environment. And what is the most precious from this environment is the human being. And all what means now water, animals, land, on life on land, and life under the sea. So thank you again for inviting me, and let's start our sharing screen presentation.
Can we just say thank you for Jackie Dallas for joining?
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you, Jackie. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our session. Let's start. Okay. Okay. Can everybody see the screen?
Yes.
Great. Okay, so welcome again. We are talking about recycled fashion, what means sustainability in fashion, about the jeans history, and all these together are really having a huge impact on our circular economy and on protecting actually our environment. We are dedicating our first part to this presentation, and in the second part, we will talk around this subject, and we will see also a video talking with facts about what actually is happening inside the fashion industry, and how we can have and how we can implement soon a sustainable fashion. Let's talk about waste. We are trying to reduce waste. We are trying to reduce plastic. We are trying to reduce the waste of food, because we are fighting against the sustainable, the poverty. So we are trying to target and to achieve this no poverty goal. That is a sustainable goal #1. And we are talking about fresh water too. And talking about fresh water, we must know that jeans are one of the most polluting items in fashion. We are using 7,000 liters of water and nasty chemicals. Imagine, so all this water that many children, they don't have fresh water to drink. So we must to think on that and to reflect on that, and let's try to recycle more and more. And now we are focused again on clothes and fashion. How we can help our economy? We can help our economy implementing this circular economy. What means that? This means that we are trying to reduce waste, to reuse, to recycle. And we have 2 more R's. We have now repair and resale. So here we go, we can have like a chain of R's, and we can be really happy and make us, you know, useful for our planet, to protect our planet and all life beings on this planet. Now, in a circular economy, fabrics are kept at their highest value during their use, and they are re-entered in the production process after their use. Sometimes we can recycling jeans, in our case, making different other clothes, or making different objects, useful objects for us, and useful things, and we will see in our last part of this presentation.
You know what Sabrina did? What she did, she went and she
Hello.
Something, you see, sometimes it's not even that they're telling someone like that.
Hello.
Like they can't hold it.
Hello, Jackie.
Hello.
Can you mute her?
You wanna
just mute her.
Hello, please. Yes, thank
Can
you. Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. Now, imagine that we have. Sorry.
Oh, I thought we were going on to the next slide.
No, we must insist with the circular economy and the circular design in the fashion industry. And why? Because we know that jeans are actually giving us a lot of profit in the fashion industry. So let's think more on recycling, and let's do something, let's act.
Mm-hmm.
And how to talk about jeans without talking about their history, that it's so important. we must to think and to, you know, give this tribute to the Black Lives Matter, to the Black people, to remember the cotton slavery, because these genes, we didn't have it without this sacrifice in the history. So we should respect this history of the genes and to reflect on that people. And we are talking about cotton slavery and indigo slavery, because now the principal ingredients that are making these genes are the cotton and the indigo. And we know, or we are finding out, that indigo is a plant that has been used all over the world, and even traced back to ancient Egyptian times, but links to the African slave trade. Okay, so we must remember that and to respect history. We know about Europeans colonized North America in the 1600s. Their first motivation was to grow crops. And why? To make great profits. Of course, with cotton, with indigo, we can talk about tobacco, about rice, about sugar, and all back in the history, we must reflect on the contribution of the Black people and to respect, like I said before, this history. It's really important. Again, from a history book, I have this picture related to the cotton slavery. So again, please, we must make a tribute for Black Lives Matter in this direction. All people were recognizing that without slavery, there would be no cotton. And without no cotton, we know, no jeans, no clothes. So cotton has a really, really big history, and all this history is related to all Black people, and we should respect that. Now, by the start of the Civil War, America was producing 75% of the world's cotton. And they were thinking, of course, on profit. Now, we will talk around this subject after the presentation, because it's really, really interesting, and we must to respect that and to research more about these facts. Just one more thing here, because for me it's a sad topic, because you know, in many occasions we are thinking on profit, but we must to reflect on what is the most precious on this world, the human resource. And many times we are just focused on the material resources. And the human resources is so precious, and no matter color, no matter religion, no matter gender, no matter anything, it's the most important. So we must to really reflect on that if we want a better world, and if we want to implement all these sustainable goals. We have 17 sustainable goals. The United Nations are giving us like deadline 2030 to implement all these sustainable goals. And this means no poverty. I have it here, and I will introducing it after the presentation on YouTube. And please reflect always on the human resources, no matter color, religion, gender. Only in this way we can be a better world and we can have a better planet. So we are starting from here, from the Black History Month, and we must to go on and continue with that. And we can not have genes, again we are repeating, without remembering the history of the African American people. Okay, maybe we didn't had any fashion, how to have a fashion, how we could talk about genes and fashion without remembering them. So we can't, we must respect that, their labor and the human being. They are talking in the history about blue gold. Again, if we are reflecting in deep, this is sad, because why we had slavery? Because people were just focused on their profits and not on lives. So again, we want a better world, we want sustainable goals, we must reflect in deep on this aspect. After this, we will open a round of questions if you have, and we will have a video to prove all what we are saying. But before this, we can talk about how we can recycle actually genes, because it's a really, really interesting industry. We can do different clothes, just recycling jeans, just cutting a pair of jeans. We can have short jeans, for example, but we can fabric a lot of other useful things, even furniture or planters or decorations. More in deep, we can talk about fabrics, because in fabrics, we will see in our video that this mixture of recycled jeans are actually made it and take other form of a new fiber, a recycled fiber, a good quality fiber. And again, we are talking about making a recycled, I don't know, blouse, any clothes, any type. And we take some examples. A denim red with felt roses, and you will find these because we were putting links for you to be easier to be accessible. And you can click on these links. We will share with you this presentation, and it will be really easy to access it and to actually do this, a denim red with felt roses. And what you need, the felted sweater scraps, recycled jeans, because we are focused on that, wire floral red frame, And now you have, you need wire tape, can be from the florist, or you can buy it on the internet and order it. Fabric Mod Podge hot glue gun. The hot glue gun is really useful if we want to do, you know, recycled objects for ourselves or to promote more this. And you can even be a self-employed and to do these things. And doing recycling and doing useful things for people, you are actually helping to protect our planet. You are respecting actually people. You are helping the economy. And for that reason, we are talking about that circle. And for that reason, we were starting with a red with felt roses. And I will show you how wonderful it is. Here we are explaining all the process, and you can access it after this and actually make it. And let's see what, how wonderful it is. Look, like decoration.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. And we can play with colors, we can play with models, different forms. Imagine for the Christmas, we can do something like that.
Yeah.
Or we can do like a star.
Yeah.
From the wire. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever shape.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
Nice.
It's
Yeah,
wonderful.
great.
And how are you feeling when you are doing this? And because you are feeling good, you must be responsible. We must be, all of us, responsible and to think, look, I'm doing this, I'm recycling, it's for the good of the planet, I'm reducing the carbon, I'm reducing the waste, and look what I have here. It's a beauty, you know. Yeah, so it's really wonderful, and more in these COVID times, that is really relaxing, believe me. It's helping our mental health too. Yeah, so this is one example. The circle, from the circular economy. Okay. Now we have other examples. Okay. This is really, really useful because all of us, we need a wardrobe organizer, and we can do it from all jeans. We can do it from the pockets, actually. Really, really simple. Just cut the pockets of the jeans, find a fabric, yeah, a piece of material, and just put it there. And how do you want? You can create and be creative and innovate. How do you want? Here we choose one example, and let's see again what we can do. It's wonderful again. Let's see. Look, it's just one example. You can put this on, I don't know, different colors on a green material, for example, like background.
I've just had an idea. That would make a good Christmas stocking filler.
Oh, yeah, it's true. And look, I'm thinking on something that I didn't find on internet. I'm thinking on an advent calendar.
Oh, clever, clever.
I didn't find it on internet yet. So let's think about it. Yeah, it will be wonderful, an advent calendar.
Yeah, I like it. Or where you can put your pegs.
Yeah.
You know, your washing line pegs, you can put them in there.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I mean, it could even be turned into a bag with zips.
Exactly,
you know?
exactly.
So lots of different uses. So it's a great idea. I love it.
Yeah, we can make like protection for our mobile phone too, from one packet.
Yes.
So many things, so many things. Even like a purse, like a purse for money. Yeah,
Yeah.
so many things. We must just to be creative and to think, to not, you know, put it in the bin to pollute more, and to think that we can, you know, economize for us and to protect the people and the planet, actually. We must to think that, like we said before, we are consuming a lot of water to produce jeans, to washing jeans, and our children that they don't have fresh water. So making these things actually, it's really, really good for all of us. We must to really understand and be responsible, and you know, it's wonderful to help each other because we want a better planet, and we are starting from things like that. Okay, we have another people invited. Welcome to our session. Okay, let's see. We have another example. A denim woven basket, and I love that because we can adapt it. So actually we need the metal waste basket. Again, we can recycle it from what we have. Of course, an old pair of jeans, scissors, cutters, rulers, and the glue always, yeah, the gun hot glue or the fabric glue. And we can just cut strips of denim and look and just wrap around the basket these strips and look what we can do.
Can I just interrupt? Sorry.
Yeah.
The Mod Podge is a brand product.
Yeah.
I bought some, and for a very small bottle, it cost quite a bit.
Okay.
However, I did a bit of research, and really what Mod Podge is plain ordinary UPV glue,
Okay.
which you can buy in a gallon, and you can just dilute it slightly with water, and it is the same as Mod Podge. So don't waste your money on Mod Podge.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just a brand name for a very cheap and accessible product.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. We can use any glue, and really we can adapt our resources, material resources, and again depends on us. Thank you for that, Anya. Depends on us how we are, you know, actually managing our budget because we can do many things with a little budget. It's really true, Anya. Yes. And here is the basket, the denim basket, and we can do it, you know, smaller, we can do it bigger, depends on what you need. Could be a basket for the clothes for the washing machine, could be a basket for the bread, could be a basket, a fruit basket, could be really adapted in so different ways and for different needs. And I think it's really, really nice. And again, thinking on what we are doing, recycling, protecting our environment, protecting the human being, actually. And our economy, because we are passing through difficult times, so we must be really, really creative and to think to the other people's needs to protect our environment, our home. And this is another model. Now for ladies, I found this really, really attractive and easy to do. Earrings, because we love earrings. And yeah, we can adapt. Again, we can create so many forms. No, are really nice, especially for the summer. and for teenagers, and not only. So it's nice. Or maybe you want to do a business from that. Why not? Because I saw on eBay that are people that are making this, are creating this, and are selling it. So actually,
yeah, eBay, Etsy, yeah, there's a market for it, isn't there?
Yeah, exactly. Any market, again, we are not promoting any market. But I think it's wonderful, again, because you are doing something for yourself, you are doing something for the other people, and you are helping the planet. And yeah, it's wonderful. And again, creating this creativity is proved through research that is helping us with mental health, and we need that during this COVID period of time, no? So how many benefits we can have from recycling jeans is really wonderful. Yeah, you can buy different materials to have it there, like studs, like broderie, anything. Depends on what do you want to create, what forms do you want to give to that, and how fashionable do you want to be, because you can do vintage jewelry too. So you can do a lot of things. Okay, so these earrings, again, any piece of jewelry. I saw also like a kind of chain. I saw necklace. I saw many things. A watch that has is sustained by a jeans, you know, support. So yeah, it's wonderful. This now, because it's already Halloween. Yes, we were thinking on a recycled blue jeans pumpkin. Yeah, I think children will love it, and not only children, believe me, I love it. When I saw it, it was like, oh my God, it's wonderful. And starting from this design, again, we can adapt it, and we can do other forms. I don't know, animals even, you know, for children, like whales, like dolphins, pumpkins, Christmas trees, anything, any form. Our creativity and our mind will be happy to explore these opportunities. What we need, of course, blue jeans. Without this, we can't do anything here. The stuffing, yeah, depends. All clothes or different things. You can be creative. You can with your materials too, and recycle more in this way. A sewing machine, but I think if you are putting a little bit effort, we can do it with our hands too. If we don't have a sewing machine, of course, needle and all that embroidery, felt, hot glue. Without, I recommend you, if you are trying and you are starting to do these things, to buy a hot glue gun. Yes, I think it's useful, and are some of them cheaper. So depends on your budget. You can buy one, and it's really useful when you are doing these creative things. And I have one because I'm doing some things with my daughter. It's really useful when you are doing with children many activities, and from recycled materials is really good. So yes, we put there the printout for the pumpkin pattern Okay, you can print it. So after this, we will upload the video, and below the video, we will put the links, and you can just print that and design your pumpkin, or you can do many other things, many other decorations. And let's see, excuse me, let's see what it is. Look.
Ah, delightful.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's really wonderful. And we can use more decorations, I don't know, studs or faces, or if you want to adapt it to, you know, to a child party, or I don't know, or just a decoration in the living room, for example, this one. Yeah, you can do many things, many things. It's really wonderful. Really wonderful. Also, we can use jeans to cover our furniture. For example, a chair, or a pillow, a case pillow. Yeah, that is really fashionable. A case pillow from a pair of jeans. So many things we can do. And I have, we put here some link references, and you can access each of them and do it step by step. It's helping you to do it step by step. You can follow really easy all process. And yeah, it's really wonderful. It's wonderful for you know, recycling, for us and for the others, because we are helping us, we are helping the planet, we are helping the other people. Because recycling these jeans, we are reducing the fresh water consuming, and we are protecting the children to have more fresh water, and so on. It's the circle economy always. We must be hand in hand and to help each other. This is the most important message from our presentation. Recycling jeans, recycling in the fashion industry, but recycling everywhere, and think on the human beings, the human resources that are the most precious. And using these materials, reusing it, repair it, resale it. Yes, R, these R's are helping us, are helping all people and our home, the planet. Yes. I didn't told you before, I am passionate like Anya about all what means our planet and the climate change. And here we have Little Globby too. And Little Globby is representing, Little Globby is a character from educational stories that I'm writing for children to promote only good values and recycling and protection of the planet. And actually is representing the planet. So we must always to think on that. And planet means lives, all lives, no matter color, no matter gender, no matter religion, no matter sex, no matter nothing, just promote good values. And recycle is the step number one, because we are passing through an emergent period of time. We are consuming a lot of resources. We are with COVID, the economic situation is not a positive one. So only doing little steps, each of us, we can help us and the others, because it's all about this. It's about burning this ego and be part of our environment and be part of this beautiful planet. That means everyone without no exclusion. And yes, this was our first part of our presentation, and we have a video really interesting. I will check our time. Just a second. I will check our time. Okay, we have 10 more minutes. So I think we have time to run this video now. And after that, we are trying to access the other link for the second part of our presentation, and we can discuss around the video, we can discuss what we can do more, and any question, any suggestions that you have will be more than welcome. Okay, are you agree on? Yes, with this? Yeah, okay, let's see. Okay, okay, let's see here. Okay, I will do this.
I've heard that water's wasted when clothes are made.
Can you see it?
No.
No, sorry. I will share it. Let's see, share screen. Okay. Okay. Now you can see it?
Yes.
Thank you.
I've heard that water's wasted when clothes are made, but how? Only 3% of water is fresh water. And it seems we're using so much of it on the wrong things that we're preventing its use where it's most needed. I'm Grace and I love fashion. I'm finding out about sustainable fashion and how I can be a more responsible shopper. Find out how much water is used to make my clothes. So I'm going to the local pool to find Keith, an expert who works to improve resource efficiency. He should be able to tell me more about water being wasted in clothing production. How much water is being wasted in the fashion industry?
The amount of water that's used in the fashion industry is huge. So for the clothes we buy in 1 year in the UK, we're talking around 5.5 billion cubic metres of water.
And how much water is wasted in a typical outfit?
A pair of jeans and a t-shirt, then that'll be between 20 and 40,000 litres of water, depending where in the world those were made. So to put that in context, there's enough water in this swimming pool to make about 40 pairs of jeans.
That's not many pairs of jeans, is it?
Not many pairs of jeans at all, and this is just one swimming pool. So the water demand around the world is phenomenal.
Why? Why are we wasting this much water?
It's the demand from the fibres that we're choosing. Cotton is one of the thirstiest crops that we produce in this valley, and then the pollution that's being caused to the fresh water after that.
Meeting Keith was really helpful. He basically told me that jeans use a lot of water, which is worrying because I'm pretty sure that everyone has a pair of jeans in their wardrobe, if not multiple. I'm starting to think that maybe we should just stop wearing jeans altogether. I'm going to go and meet with denim expert Morsin to find out more. So there's lots of chemicals used on jeans?
There's a lot of horrible chemicals, and actually indigo itself, this is like chemical indigo, is made with chemicals which are super poisonous. You know, these are chemicals that come from oil and you know, chemicals that you put in like rat poison.
Yeah, because my worry is when I wash my jeans and they've got chemicals, that then that's just going into the water and then that's just causing more of an impact.
Not many people wear raw jeans or jeans that are like dark colours, so they most of the time will buy a pair that's already been washed in and it's already quite soft. So there have been chemicals put on that to make it more softer. You know, there's places in the Far East where the water tables literally crazily gone. You know, they can't even grow food now.
It's quite scary.
Yeah.
Have you seen sustainable solutions?
Yeah, there's loads of sustainable solutions, like organic cotton's one of them, but there's lots of more advances now. People are coming up with other types of fibres to mix with cotton. They're actually slightly better solutions because you're not using as much cotton. So the future really is not using cotton at all.
Not using any cotton?
I believe so now. Obviously, cotton's always going to be there.
In your heart?
Yeah, and I love cotton.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we know now that the amount of energy it uses up, the amount of water it uses up, is not actually good. And because of fast fashion, more and more mills are opening up and more people are growing cotton. It's just not good for the environment. So there has to be a stop somewhere.
It's safe to say that I've never seen so many pairs of jeans. Morsin mentioned some alternatives, so I'm on my way to meet Tom, who's creating jeans in a circular way. I see what that means. So I'm heading to Belgium. So we know that cotton is pretty bad for the environment.
Yeah.
What should jeans be made out of instead of cotton?
Well, so that was the main idea behind what we're doing, is why not make use of the cotton that's already out there and reuse that cotton. So this is what the jeans looks like after you put it in the shred. So this is the cotton again.
Which feels super soft.
Yeah, we then mixed these fibers with new fibers, because when you recycle cotton fibers, the fibers get a bit shorter. So you do add new fibers to get the required quality again. And therefore, out of circular design principles, we want to mix it with renewable materials, also biological materials. So we chose to use Tencel, and it's made from wood pulp. So out of trees. So this yarn is made in Belgium out of 50% recycled old jeans and 50% Tencel. So that way we've taken out of the hazardous chemicals, and we managed to create a new denim fabric, which is also a healthy fabric. And then at the end of the day, when it's completely worn out or doesn't fit anymore, we want consumers to send back the jeans.
And it's, you know that it's all recyclable, so it makes
Exactly.
it easier for you to repurpose your own jeans.
And we can just put it in the recycling loop and make it back into the fibers and then back into the yarn and sell it all over again. Our pair of jeans uses 6,000 liters of water less compared to regular jeans.
Okay. So I've just come back from Belgium, and I absolutely loved how passionate Tom was about his jeans. I honestly didn't even know circular design was possible when it came to fashion. Now what I really want to do is talk to someone who owns multiple pairs of jeans, like my sister. How many pairs of denim jeans do you own, Amelia? I own 2 jackets and 5 pairs of jeans, but I didn't know denim was bad. So denim wastes a lot of water. Yeah, a lot of water. Also, when you wash your jeans, you're wasting a lot of water. Do you wash them a lot as well? Yeah, because they go baggy, and that's because they're bad quality. Oh, yeah. Yes, we just need to wash our clothes less. Yeah. We need to buy less. Yeah. We need to maybe look at buying alternatives, but they are expensive. Yeah. And if we are going to buy an item of denim jeans, we need to make sure that they last longer, have good quality, and we love them. Yeah. I've learned a lot. You and me don't feel bad now. No, but I think we all need to learn about this. That's true. That's true. Good to have the discussion.
Okay. Just a second. Stop share. Okay. How do you find it? Good? Yeah. Again, insisting with the consuming, the huge consume of the fresh water, that it's a real problem to our world. There are many children that they don't have access to fresh water. So it's really sad. So for that we are insisting with recycling. Yes.
Yeah. Christina, Jill sent a picture in terms of the impact of cotton production or fashion production. So maybe in the next round, I sent it to you. We could upload it because it links to what we're, because it's the image we don't see, which I think the more people see what the impact of our desire for fashion is having on other people in other parts of the world, then that might start to provoke a change of attitude. So yeah, but I thought the video was extremely grounded in gathering people's attitudes about, you know, buying 10 pairs of jeans and not making that link to the chemical that is, you know, part of the denim fashion. Yes, lots of work for us to do in terms of raising awareness.
Yes, it's true. And for that reason, not necessarily don't buy jeans, because now they are trying to find new solutions for other fiber, more ecological one. But to think 1,000 times till we are buying a new product, and what impact could have that product to our environment, to our lives actually, because now what we are doing is affecting our health, our children's health, our lives. our future and so on. Yes, Anya, thank you again for inviting me to be part of this project. Is really wonderful, and I want to congratulate you for this, because we should do more projects like that, and to be more responsible daily and in each hour, to think about it, how we are consuming, why we are consuming, and maybe that a child is suffering there from hunger or even no fresh water. So yes. Yes, it's painful. Sometimes I was thinking that if I would be in a higher power, I think I couldn't sleep overnight. I think we have a huge responsibility for all lives on this planet. And yeah. We should be more united, and we should reflect more on all what's happening. And yeah, no words, no more words, because it's painful if we are, you know, more if we want to do something and we don't have power to do. Yes, many times, unfortunately, but we are trying. Look, this is a small step. Yeah. And if other people are doing another small step, you know, hand in hand and step by step, we can improve and we can change. We must to feel that and to
feel
that. Yes.
This project obviously has had to shift some of the workshops online, because initially the plan, we were going to have sweat swap shops where people would come in with their sweatshirts and swap them, you know, to have that kind of, what is it now? Back in the days, we'd have auctioning, but it's all free, you know, and bringing people together, celebrating that community links. And then also working alongside, we were going to be doing some exhibitions with some fabric producers and 1 or 2 fashion designers. But, you know, sadly, all that has had to be postponed. So hopefully we'll be able to have a more physical when life resumes to normal, or what we will think is normal. Yeah. So fingers crossed. But in the meantime, thank goodness we have technology, and we'll try to keep the momentum, the positive momentum about the clothes we wear, and challenging some of those concepts and notions of how we should consume fabric, textiles, and start to look at that again. So yes, are we ready for part 2?
Now,
are we having a break or?
Now, I saw a thing, because you know that we have registered like from 11 till 11:30 part 1, and from 11:30 till 12 part 2. But what Zoom was doing was putting, yes, linked together. So I was like, what? So they were linking together that, but this is fine. This is fine. So we can continue now with questions. I hope they will not cut the time because of the time, because Zoom has, when you are doing a Zoom meeting, they are putting you like a limit time.
Yeah, I think we're okay today because you linked it together. So yes, we can have some questions. I've spoken a lot. I'd like to hear from perhaps Dave and Jill. And what you think, Jill, because I know Jill is a formidable activist who I met Unite in London, and Jill has been doing lots of charitable work in Uganda, She can actually tell you something about her work, which I think is phenomenal. And she's actually supporting a whole community. So, Jill, if you don't mind introducing yourself and letting people know what you're doing.
I don't know. I have unmuted. All right. Well, thanks, Anya. You've caught me on the hop on that one. Look, I've got multiple interests in this program this morning. One that you didn't know about is that I actually had a craft shop for about 15 years.
Wow.
So I've just got so much out of this program. It's fascinating to hear about the history. We quickly Googled indigo because I'd never thought about the source of indigo plants. There are all kinds of things that come to mind from what you've said. And so I'm a needlewoman as well. And I was thinking, oh, what can we do? So things that came to mind about, I use rope to cover baskets, the hanging baskets. And the metal ones. So
right,
we bought some rope from a boat shop and wound it round. You could do the same thing with strips of denim, and denim would stay damp, and so it would be good for the plant roots. That was one thing that came. Lots of jeans have got the awful elastane in, but that would be perfect for making stuffed animals if you were going to make toys, because they would stuff, like how it curves around my bum. Really. That came to me. I also wondered what you do when you make the earrings. What do you back it with to make it rigid? When you do the little cutouts, the earrings. I wondered what you used for the backing.
Could be a paper, a carton paper, or a wire, and to sustain it like with glue, with the hot gun glue. Yes.
So you'd need so you'd need a stiffener of some kind
to
make those earrings. The other thing, on a completely different tack, I was fascinated about the tencel. And we know that there's an increased use of bamboo fibers that have become very fashionable. So when you move away from using cotton and you move into using wood pulp or bamboo, you're changing in a big way local produce and local industries, and it can have a massive impact on other, can have a negative impact. So you've got to look at the whole economy of changing from cotton intensive to, and I mean, look what happened with the stripping the palm oil thing in the Far East. It's been hugely damaging. So we need to watch that, and we need to set it out properly, not like the slaves that were imported to work on the cotton fields. We need to structure it properly, and we need to be able to get rid of the sweatshops in Bangladesh and wherever else, cheap labor. There's so many things that need to come with this, a whole idea of recycling, reusing, and so on. And it's really, really interesting. We're going to be talking about it for hours.
Yeah, I think the bamboo alternative that you mentioned, I know for me there's some amazing, particularly the Belgium 6, which is a group of fashion designers. I can give the names, but Martin Margiela, if you've ever heard of him, is one of these designers. He's very out there, avant-garde, but he's also a socialist, so he doesn't do interviews. For the 30 years he's been in the House of Maison, he's only does facts, he's never done an interview, etc. And there is a film that he's produced or has been produced. I'm going to buy it. It's a special screening, and then let's see if we can screen a night where we watch it together. Anyway, he looks at textiles and the biodegradable and sustainable methods of production. But the other thing is, in terms of alternatives, I was thinking was hemp. And I know the hemp is more of a more sustainable plant produce and has many different uses, that from rope, as you mentioned, to jeans. So as you said, that conversation really needs to happen. And there is a fashion summit which is going to be run next week on a Zoom. I will send you the link.
Okay.
And that is going to be a fashion summit with Merseyside Environmental Charity, is it, Christina? and fashion industries, designers, the whole raft of people involved, buyers, etc., who are involved in the production of textiles. So we'll be sending that link out, and I think it's really important. And we've had two wonderful people join us.
Yeah.
George from Ghana. Welcome on board, George. George is part of the Sustainable Lake in Lake Bosuntwi near Kumasi in Ghana. So welcome, George.
Thank you so much.
Hello.
Wow.
Okay, and any other questions, folks?
Yes, Jill.
I'm not unmuted. I just wanted to say, Anya, as you mentioned it, about the school that I work with in Uganda. It's a school that was set up in a very, very small village that's on the outskirts of the National Impenetrable Forest National Park. It's where the gorillas in Uganda are. And this little village has really suffered big time because of the close down of tourism, because it is a tourist town, but the poverty there is incredible. And what the parents in the village found is that the children, there are lots of households that are run by children, by the oldest child, because the parents have died prematurely. And they realized these older young children were simply not getting an education. So they set up a school on very basic, literally building the school around the children. And so I've started trying to raise money one way or another to send to them. And one by one, we're buying window frames to put in the holes in the walls of the classroom. And then once we put the window frames in, we'll raise the funds for the glass and so on. And it's a really, really, it's difficult to talk to European audiences about poverty because they've just got no idea. When you talk about it being a public school, they think of Eton. There is a public school because it's set up by the public. There isn't government help, but that school has just managed to get itself certified COVID safe, and the children are going back into school.
Oh, well done.
Uganda has got a very, very good track record on managing their crisis.
Yes.
Spectacularly low, much to our chagrin, really.
Yeah. Actually, most of African states have got they've managed it well, which is why you don't see the BBC running around showing pictures of people suffering. They've managed to somehow have a grip with less money, less resources. So it makes me question the modeling that's going on in this country and elsewhere. But yes, so Jill does fantastic work. And I think the projects that we're doing, I always kind of, or will be anyway, in a way, how can we link anything that we do to support the work?
The picture that I sent you, Anya, that maybe your project maybe, basically, this was sent to me by one of the Ugandans who started following me because he saw me doing about the school. And he himself is incredibly poor, but he took pictures of this rubbish that's become a stream where the rains, and it's equatorial, so it's huge storms. And you just see the soil washing away, and what it's leaving behind, besides plastic bags and flip-flops, are jeans.
Christina, are you able to, because I shared it with you, are you able to have a look? I posted it. I don't know whether you'd be able to share it. I put it in your...
it's nothing like hijacking your program, but it is appetite.
If not, when we do our next one, we'll put it on.
Yeah.
Or we'll share it when we upload it.
Because it's on my mobile, like a text message. It's I can't only.
Don't worry, another time.
Another time. We'll share it though, because that's the impact that we don't know about. You see, the hidden story. That's the narrative and the discussion that that needs to be highlighted. And I'm quite impassioned about the mess we create ends up on other people's doorsteps. and we need to re-educate yes, re-educate the love for our planet and the love for humanity, as we have been discussing throughout the topic.
Yeah.
So,
yes, yes. If please, can I add something, Anya? Just to insist with these sustainable goals, because again, I will share it properly next time. We can see here no poverty and zero hunger and a good health and the quality education, and we have 17 these goals that we must do, targeting and achieving goal till 2030. And we have a lot to do and a lot to work to do this. So I agree with all what Jill was saying and yourself, because for that reason, we are talking about a circular economy. It's a circle of needs, a circle of everything. And the circle actually is representing that we should be united, we should fight together, we should work together. It's so important. And the sustainable circle that is containing is this one, the symbol. It contains all these 17 goals, sustainable goals, talking about the climate change, that now all people are talking about climate change, and this is involving a lot of recycling and climate action, life below water, yes, life on land, peace and justice, reducing inequalities, partnerships, working together, reusing, reducing waste. Be kind, because only kindness, I think it's a key factor in our days, because kindness, not only just to be kind and check it, to be really with all your heart and to help people and to be really involved in all what you are doing, like Anya, like Jill, like myself, like all people that are attending our session, because I'm sure that their passion is that, to help other people, to help our planet. A good quality education is my passion too, and the climate change. Now, talking about climate change and how we meet with Anya, it was presenting my book now based on last month. Of course, we are doing more activities together, but this was the one that was linking us, unite us, yes. Because I was writing, I have 7 years since I am writing educational stories for children, especially for that, for a good quality education, to learn children through these educational stories, to recycle, to promote peace, friendship, to be kind, to learn, to discover. Little Globy is my character, and Little Globy, like I said, represents the earth, the planet, and is children's friends, especially for that, to help them. And last year I was donating some books to the hospital, to children in the hospital because of asthma. So actually the air pollution is having a lot to do with asthma.
Yes.
They were knowing a lot about that. So I was donating 20 books of Little Globy, the recycling superhero, and the plastic ogre, our last educational story, to them. And I'm thinking to help the Ghana project too, I'm thinking to donate a paint.
A book.
I'm thinking to donate. I have 10 books, so I will donate 10 books, and maybe we can do like a charity event or something. And I want also to donate the paint of my daughter dedicated to Black Lives Matter. I will share it with you. It's a paint made with coffee beans and shells, and from recycled materials, again, sustainable, but it is like a tribute for Black Lives Matter and for no poverty, for the History Month, for for kindness, for peace, for be united, all what means good values. And so I'm thinking to donate this, and maybe again we can do like a charity event with donations for the school.
Yeah, for both.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. George and Jill, because obviously your work is African-based, and the fact that Christina will donate some of those books to the children is fabulous. But what I'm hoping out of that will be a stimulus for the children to write a book about sustainability that can be shared, and then we can publish that as well, which is a fantastic way of sustaining our, the children are going to generate some stories of their lived experience, which can be shared with other people. So thank you very much for that. I wasn't even expecting this, so that's fabulous.
Surprise. Yes. Yes, I'm really happy to do a 1 hour with them on how to about creative writing, and I hope that really Little Globy will inspire them, our character, because in the last story it's all about recycling and fighting with the plastic ogre.
Yes.
So the plastic pollution, and I hope that really is inspiring them, and to create and to recycle and to protect the planet and to be kind with each other. Okay, wonderful. I don't know, any other question, and what do you think, suggestions?
George. Yeah, George, what do you think about what Christina was offering in terms of some of the books, Mr. Globy? It's a pity you haven't got a book to show them, but it's a fantastic children's book that her daughter also did the animation for as well. And it takes the journey about a dolphin who obviously is entrapped with all the rubbish, plastic in the ocean. So it's a story that we can all connect with. And, we actually, I think from a child's perspective, we know that we have to, start to make changes. Because what's going, the bottom of the sea is a graveyard of all our disposed rubbish, and the impact it's having on wildlife and marine life is absolutely heartbreaking. Yes, George.
I think she has done a very nice presentation, and we congratulate her for her wonderful contribution towards our goals. And we really appreciate and welcome any of her contribution, including the books that she wanted to donate for the school, because I think her ideas on how the children can get impact in terms of writing or coming out with idea on sustainable development goals. I think it's a wonderful idea and I support it. So on behalf of the organization, I thank her so much for her.
Thank you for existing and for inspiring us, and for letting us to help, and yeah, we really hope that we can work together and to achieve many goals and to make the children happy and to have a better future. If you want, I can share for 2 minutes Little Globies page.
Please, please.
Yes. Just to see a little about this. So these are the books till now with Little Globie, and this is actually our character. And this is the last educational story, Little Globie, the recycling superhero and the plastic ogre. And from this book I will donate you, is dedicated especially to recycling. Yes, like Anya was telling us, it's about saving a dolphin, a baby turtle. This is our official page. And this is my daughter with Little Globie. We have a
I love it.
a puppet, because it's our character. It's my child who is Nicole's brother, Little Globie. So yes, when we are making trips in the forest and we are planting trees to protect the environment and all these actions, we are participating together with Little Globie. So yes, I really hope that it will be inspiring for them. And I will try to find the painting too that I want to donate, and to do like a charity event with donations, and to donate to arrive to you to inspire the children, to, and like a tribute for.
We could when it's if we put it up for people to donate money to, some of that, the money could go to the Pepe school.
Yes,
because they, or something, you know, I can't tell you what to do with the money, but ideally some of that could, you know, because it's supporting children who really don't have anything. We're talking about food poverty in this country, but can you imagine, and everybody gets it apart from the politicians that make the policies, but can you imagine the life of people without even that social security barrier? So if we can appreciate food poverty in the UK, the 5th richest country in the world, then let's imagine what food poverty or poverty is like for children in developing countries. So that's, and again, another fantastic contribution, Christina.
Yeah.
I'm delighted.
Thank you. I just want to share the painting. Look, this is the painting made by my daughter with coffee beans and shells, beautiful shells from, and really unique shells, and like a tribute for Black Lives Matter. And I think we can donate, we can do like a charity event, and people donate and I don't know, mitigate for this painting, and maybe, you know, to donate to the school and raise money with that. Yes, for the school.
We'll think of something.
Yeah.
We'll think something, but I'm sure, yeah, it's positive, because what it's doing actually is letting children teach us. Children are leading us good example. So
Yeah.
that's.
Can I just say something? Children all over the world don't deserve to suffer wherever they are.
Exactly.
One of the things that was happening during lockdown at Uganda school was that the children, and they've got a roll of 220, the head teacher, who's now become my personal friend, was traveling around the district to make sure each of those child households had food and soap and so on. And he was sending photos of what the children were doing. And they are great recyclers, because their football was made of an old football stuffed with shopping bags.
Yeah,
We actually got our local team, Wimbledon, AFC Wimbledon, donated 5 balls. It cost £26 to send them out there. But the joy on those kids' faces to have real footballs. But they make scooters out of old bits of timber that they nail together and bits of pram frame. I mean, enterprising is amazing. What we were trying to encourage was, I was posting those photos of the children, single children, doing simple things, and asking the children and grandchildren of my British friends to post the words that their children noticed, what they said about those photos. And it's quite interesting, because you and I might have an idea about poverty. These kids were looking straight past the poverty and commenting on a playground that has no boundaries. Our children are all locked in because we're so stranger danger focused. Yeah. And the playground there is just a field, because there isn't a playground. Yeah. And the toys look like fun. They can see that those children have invested energy in making a recyclable toy. Yeah. It was just so different. It's really interesting to see how our children relate to what those children are doing.
Yeah.
You know.
And that actually is quite a good idea, that we could actually share it with local schools, Christina, yeah. And maybe try and get a project together where other children try to do their own montage of sustainability. And that could be even like a competition, you know, so that it gets, because if we do something like this, but we engage the primary schools, then that's a wholesome project. So we'll be doing something for Lake Bosontwi and the children of Pepe's school. Me and Christina will get together. And I'm sure you'll be joining us on the Fashion Summit and the other Mr. Globby events and other stuff that we all do. So all in the name of planet repair and putting humanity first, which is really what we've lost the spirit of that.
Yes, yes.
Thank goodness there's wonderful people out there, and so, you know, good always overcomes all adversity, and I'm sure this reclaiming our planet is something that will become more and more and more in the headlines in the next forthcoming months. Yesterday I watched that for the first time, the Alaska snowcap, which normally would be solid now, has failed to set. Now this is because, obviously, as we know, with the climate change and the glacier erosion, but it's been sped up more so because of the fires that's been going on in Siberia that nobody has hardly reported on our mainstream news. And that in itself has unlocked carbon, which is locked into the ice glacier. And apparently, if that unlocks, then at the bottom of the sea, which is another store of where all our carbon is buried, once that ice cap is gone, or in Alaska, it's no longer freezing over. So we're now going to have a more concentration of gases being released into the environment. It's absolutely scary. I worry about the future of our young people if we're going to destroy the planet before they even have a chance.
Yeah. Yes. So we must to continue all this work, and hopefully all together we can change the world, and we must think on the future generation.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Anyone, if he has any question, I will stop the recording because I'm afraid to not be cut. Normally we had till 12 o'clock. So I will stop